Eccoci qua, questo è
Before you say anything, I'm gonna let you finish. But ALTAVOZ is one of the best parties I've ever played in Italy. One of the best parties I've ever played in Italy.
Ever. That's great.
Allora,
Okay, the Martinez brothers.
Yo.
Here we are. So, welcome to Shadow Web TV. Thank you for being here.
Thank you so much for having us, guys. Seriously.
Really?
Pleasure to be here.
Fun interview. You are really young guys. I know that's the normal question everybody asks you. It's very difficult to be young and play in a lot of clubs and the party and being so famous.
Oh, you think we're famous?
I think so. Don't you think so? Okay, just a wrong question maybe.
We alright.
Really?
Maybe later. Not now.
Not now. So you start listening music when you was really young. I mean, kids. You just starting listening like Afro, hip hop, soul, many styles, musical styles. At a certain point, you got involved into house music. It's thanks to your father, right? Do you prefer house music or other styles?
we have so many different types of music that we listen to. It's like house. We only really listen to house when we're DJing and when we're like searching for music. You know what I mean?
Yeah, sorry. But yeah, house is honestly like the least thing we listen to.
Yeah, because at home, even before gigs, hip hop, salsa, jazz. You know, we listen to so much stuff. I mean, we're so boom all the time that when we're out of the club, we want to just listen to other stuff. You know what I mean?
Unless we're like finding music and like digging and all that stuff, then it's always just anything else but house music.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So would you like to play other styles during your gigs, or
there was times where we would just stop records like in the middle and just drop like hip hop. Like we have everybody going crazy, house, and then
dance?
stop. And then
That's
yeah.
And you also dance when you play.
It's because we're
spinning
Puerto
record?
Ricans. That's the reason. We always come from.
Are you a good
so
dancer?
Only dancing while DJing. That's as good as it gets. Don't put me in front of the dance floor. Think I'm gonna be doing spins like my dad. Whoa. Love you, Dad.
Okay.
But you know what I mean. I'm not that good. But behind the decks, I could fake it.
I know you're a master music tractor, but I think so you really like vinyl also. Which is best, using only digital or playing vinyl? I know it's a strange question.
The thing is that we still, to this day, buy vinyl, like countless pieces of vinyl for sure. So no matter what,
We still support vinyl.
yeah, still always supporting vinyl. But the thing is, like, with these clubs, like, you just never know what the situation is going to be with turntables and this and that. That's the only reason why we use tractor. Yeah, and even traveling, get your record stolen, this and that. So, I mean, it's not that we don't like playing vinyl. Every time we're home, we're playing vinyl. Like, it's crazy, you know what I mean? But
a lot of our money, to be honest.
yeah. Vinyl takes the most money, but in conclusion, we love vinyl. We just can't do it overseas. You just never know what's going to happen. There's so many stories that people lose records and that. It's just... Bring the laptop.
Okay, guys, support vinyl, please.
Always support vinyl.
Always. What do you prefer, to play gigs or making music at home?
Okay. When I'm home, I want to do gigs. But when I do gigs, I want to do home making music. So every time is always different. You know, when you're on the road all the time, you're always, traveling, this and that. You always get inspired from all the gigs. So you're always like, man, I need to go home now. I need to make a track. I need to do this. And then you go home, and you're like, oh, I want to go to the airport already, the airplane.
But you know what? They go hand in hand. You know what I mean? So, like, to be a DJ, you kind of have to make music. You know what I mean? But we love both. And, the feeling that we get when we play our music out, is amazing. So we have to do both.
You never make some party at home with people?
At our house?
I don't know, maybe some other house. I don't know.
We like going to other people's house and making parties.
Okay.
So if you have a house that you need a party in, just let us know, and we'll make a party in your house.
Like
Promise.
college parties. I'm really curious because I'm Italian, always watching movies about the college. They just showing us very fantastic and amazing college party with a lot of girls, the people dancing,
Gone wild.
going crazy.
Yeah.
Is it true or it's only
all right,
movie?
the parties in college, I mean, they're not this type of music, but they're crazy, like crazy, like really crazy. But it's not this type of music. It's always commercial music, you know what I mean? But it is like this.
Really?
Very
Only
much.
commercial music?
Yeah, for the college.
Nobody tried to do something else?
They're actually starting to do it now. A lot of the guys are starting to do college tours. I heard about, Richie Hawtin. I think Dice, they're doing like a college thing now. And a lot of the commercial guys have been on the college thing for a little while now, but now they're starting to do, college tours. So that'll be good. That'll be good for the young kids out there for sure.
I know you was born in the Bronx. Was easy to grow up in that area or not?
I mean, for us, we loved it. I mean, I loved it, you know what I mean? Just because so many different types of people, you know what I mean? It's not just like, you don't have only, one specific. We grew up with, Dominicans, Puerto Ricans, blacks, whites, you know what I mean? So I think that's important in New York, you know what I mean, to have that kind of diversity.
And you know what? Also, like, we grew up there, you know what I mean? So, like, for people who hasn't grew up there, and they always think, oh, BX, this is bad, this and that, it's so ghetto. But since growing up there, we didn't look at it. We didn't look at it as ghetto. We looked at it as home.
You feel home, yeah.
Yeah, we love it.
Sure.
We love the Bronx for sure. That's our house.
And now here's the music situation in New York or around the USA is different than Europe, or there. I don't know how to explain, because of course USA was born the house music, the techno music, the soul,
This
funky,
is what we
etc.
always talk about, man.
So
It started in New York, guys. No, not in New York, but in US. Get it together, please.
I mean, with the long history in that kind of city or in that kind of state, was much more easier to play 10 years ago, 20 years ago, or today something has changed, or there is something new in the scene and the musical scene. How do you explain that?
Unfortunately, for us, as you said before, we're young, so we didn't really get to experience the New York that like everybody talked about, in the 90s or 80s, 90s, and even early 2000s. So I can't really speak as far as how the scene was back then, but from people's stories and friends of ours that went out in those days, it was incredible. You know what I mean? And it sucks now. It sucks now because I didn't get to see that, and now it's so different. You know what I mean? It's a lot of the clubs are more commercial. You obviously have your spots, your parties that do their thing, but it's definitely a little bit more mainstream right now. But I think through time with electronic music getting so popular in the States, it'll trickle down and people will get into other the deeper stuff and the more underground stuff. So I hope to see the U.S. get into that for sure, because as you can see here, this is 5,000 young kids. You know what I mean? It's like it's amazing. So
is it hard to find 5,000 people in the USA on a party, or?
And this kind of party, yeah.
I mean, we're not saying that there's no good parties in U.S. at all. I mean, obviously you have your spots that are seriously amazing,
absolutely.
Amazing places to play. Don't get us wrong, but compared to Europe, I mean, Europe is definitely, they're on their game, man. As far as like the young people, and
not just the music, just the venues and the parties. You know what I mean? Like look at somewhere like Panorama Bar. You know what I mean? Like nothing like that exists, in the U.S. You know what I mean? So besides just the music and the venues and the parties, it's just another level for sure.
Is there any master? I mean, some old age artists you are looking as inspiration, or?
Artists like that. I mean, obviously, like a lot of old school like house dudes, but our real inspirations like all the old jazz dudes, all the salsa dudes, like anywhere from Fania to Ahmad Jamal to Steely Dan, Stevie Wonder, like. Those are the people we look up to, Those are the list just goes forever, But those are the people, we aspire, Like we look up to those people for sure.
Definitely.
What can you tell to the young people? How can they get inspiration by some artists. I mean, you was very lucky because I think so your father just put you into the house music because I know he went to Paradise Garage or something amazing experience how it was in the past. But today, if you are very young, maybe you don't know the past. So you maybe lose some of the really good music from the house and techno and soul get inspired in the past. So it's hard today for young people to get into the right music. I mean, like a house or something like that. Or
I don't
or
think
no?
I don't think it's hard if you have the urge to look. You know, we have the internet. It's 2012. You know what I mean? So I don't think it's hard. You know what I mean? If you're really into it and you really love it and you really want to learn.
I understand what he's saying, because he's saying, like, what if you didn't grow up with, like, a dad that knew the music and you don't even know about the music in general, you know? That I understand, you know? I mean, in that case...
Still, if you really want to
still,
learn,
yeah, if you
can
really
still
want to learn
learn.
about the music.
Yeah.
I mean, there wasn't YouTube and stuff when we were growing up, so we had to just, like, look at mixes, like, we were reading books, you know, like, doing all that kind of stuff, just searching and digging. But now, forget about it. You got Wikipedia, you got YouTube, you could just have a field
If you really
day.
want to learn, you have no excuse.
You can know everything.
Yeah.
How about that? You can know literally everything there is to know about house music if you really want to.
Really want to, really.
So it's up to you.
All right. You are in Italy. Have you tried some special food? Did you like it some or
Pasta, 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 pasta.
only pasta? Pasta with chicken or?
Bolognese. Come on,
Yeah.
American. Classic Bolognese.
Now this was very funny because I tell you the story about a very famous DJ from Detroit, and he usually eats pasta in Detroit, but it was pasta with chicken. And the first time he's come to Italy, we just went to the restaurant and he ordered to the to the bartender, can I have pasta with chicken? And everybody was staring at him and, sorry, I don't understand the question. Yes, the most famous typical plates in Italy is pasta with chicken. Maybe no, you're wrong. Or maybe something is wrong in Detroit.
But you know what? A friend of ours, Italian friend, he's a chef. He actually made us the other day chicken bolognese, which was really good, actually.
Chicken Bolognese.
Yeah,
Really?
I never had this
Really?
before. It was really good.
Not beef, not the ground beef, the chicken Bolognese. Oof.
Amazing.
Shout out to Ugo.
Okay. So let's talk about your project, your music project, your records. You made a lot of records, a lot of tracks. Is there any new records for the future? It's coming soon, or?
Our latest release actually just came out 5 days ago on Real Tone. It's called H to the Izzo. Get that. It's a 2-track EP on Real Tone Records. It just came out, like I said, 5 days ago. We actually just finished a remix for Sub-Band's label, One Records. That's coming out on the end of this month. And also a remix for Bernski on Saved Records, which is coming out either end of this month or next month. So we have some stuff coming for sure.
Oh, that's good. That's
Definitely.
good.
Lots of new music. Lots of new music coming out, so be on the lookout for sure.
Okay, so can you tell us something about ALTAVOZ? We open with "It's the best ever party," or no?
And I'm gonna say it again. ALTAVOZ is the best, one of the best parties.
One of the
ever
best
played in
parties,
Italy.
yeah, definitely. Amazing,
Bring us
amazing
back,
vibe.
guys.
And it's so hard. I was saying here, sometimes, with the big places, it's so difficult to, get a vibe and feel the room. But the people were amazing. We love you guys. Can't wait to come back, for sure.
Are you never afraid to play or to have a gig in front of 1,000 people? Afraid to run some mix, for example, or the computer collapse? I've never happened that.
It's so funny you say that because we just played in Kazantip over the summer in Ukraine, and we're literally playing, everything is going good. Suddenly, a girl that's dancing on a table trips, lands on the laptop, and it closes closes the laptop and lands on it.
No.
All the music stopped.
It's on YouTube. You can actually
Yeah, it's
see
on
it.
YouTube too,
What
so you can
happened
see
to
it.
the girl?
Listen. She landed on the laptop. The music shuts off. Everybody's like, "Oh!" And I'm just like, the laptop
is done.
is broken.
No way.
She just broke our laptop. But then I open the laptop. Everything's fine. The music comes on.
Right.
everybody, yeah. But I mean,
Yeah, it was amazing.
but yeah, those things they're always gonna happen. You know what I mean? I mean, especially when you play with laptops or even when you play with vinyl or anything, technical difficulties like you gotta expect them to happen at this point. You know, they happen to everybody. So, I mean, it just when they happen, you just gotta react at this point. Yeah.
Okay. So thank you very much for being here.
Thank you, man.
Thank you very much. All out. This was Sherwood Web TV, the Martinez brother.
Show
Yeah,
Web.
come on.
Show Web TV.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.